Supporting your team can be hard sometimes, and what's even worse, you don't have so many options to choose from. Out of all the possibilities like sniping heals, healing pills, or even magical spheres, today I have chosen the most dynamic and most exciting healing method out of them all. Existing. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of miserable support experience being shown as something cool and fun. Today we are having our first American biology class where we will cut open one particular frog and check out his inside. By the way, Americans, why do you feel the need to torture those poor amphibians? Why not flamingos? His arsenal consisting of speakers and even more speakers makes him one of the deadliest and somehow still silent assassins. Wait, did I say assassins? Isn't he a support hero? We're talking about Overwatch 2, silly! Half of the support heroes are assassins. What have you been doing on Lucio for the past few months? Staying with your team and providing all of them with super useful utility in a form of massive healing potential and game-changing speed boosts? Boy, you've been playing the game the wrong way all this time. Lucio is all about harassing, annoying, and BMing. If you're playing Lucio and don't have a button to spam one of his annoying voice lines while dancing around the enemy DPS, are you even playing Lucio at this point? Most of the stuff I say sounds unbelievable, but at the end of this video you will see how right or wrong I am. Just kidding, I'm always right. Welcome to the Lucio Review! Starting off with the most beloved trope of Blizzard, that is childhood trauma. And just like any other hero with issues at young age, they fueled him and have been the foundation of their moral compass till the end of times. Being born in an average village in Rio, Lucio always wanted to make the world a better place for everyone. Except Symmetra. I'll explain in a second, I promise, this is not a joke. Our frog friend has been living his life the most basic way possible, learning how to play some sports like ice skating with a funny stick, or soccer, or football, or the most boring sport on the planet. You get the idea. Then all of a sudden, the Omni Crisis takes place, and all the robots turn into human slaying machines. So Lucio joins the military. And yeah, like that's believable. He started to make music. After having this tremendous impact on the war, he became a famous underground DJ. But he had to halt his career development because out of nowhere, a multinational organization, Vishkar, has stepped into Brazil to make some good difference. How were they achieving this goal? Forcing children to work in factories for bare minimum or nothing at all. No, wait, that's a real word. Vishkar only wanted to implement order in an otherwise chaotic land, which means no more pooping on the streets. Lucio ain't having it. He must stop the evil corporation to let his people do whatever they want. He steals some Vishkar sonic technology that, fun fact, his father implemented himself, and decided to engineer the most powerful and deadly weapon he could possibly think of. A speaker. With this impressive technology, I'm sure each encounter with the Vishkar forces would look something like this. Thanks to his actions and phenomenal leadership, he became a star, making his DJ career skyrocket and his persona being recognizable across the entire world. Remember, kids, if you want to have a successful career, just blast Bring Me to Life by Evanescence on a JBL speaker towards some random law enforcement units like your local cop Jeremy. After that, he embarked on a world tour providing music and some good vibrations to everyone, including a very specific child called Ify. In fact, she has been given something special called a Toblerone reactor, which allows Orisa to do this. Sometime later, the Null Sector invasion began on Rio, and Lucio was bravely defending the city on his own, until the clowns showed up. He himself was a big fan of this circus, so upon hearing the news that they are open for new recruits, he joins them. The end. We're back to the original roster of Overwatch heroes, which means there's twice more fun for my eyeballs. This time, I might roll out with a little controversial take on today's design section of my reviews. So I really want to know, what do you guys think about Lucio's design down in the comments? First things first, I strongly prefer the Overwatch 2 skin over the original one, so let's focus on it first. This take on Lucio feels more modern. It gives him this parkour theme with long sleeves and tracksuit, and it fits his character very well because Lucio and Parkour are basically cousins, but in Alabama. Color-wise, the black dominates everywhere, especially under all of those clothes, with brightly colored details only being his shoes, main torso structure, and hair that are radioactive for some reason. There are also some sweet details left for people like us who stare at a single skin for longer than 3 seconds, like the shiny bracelets that can be associated with his DJ origin and his famous frog logo that isn't left out either. I'm not going to talk much about the weapons just because they look too similar to each other, but both of them are an oversized handgun like a Desert Eagle, but with a giant speaker slapped in at the end of the barrel, which is surprisingly good. Blizzard proves they can stick to a certain theme if they really want to, and the character based on music has speakers all over his body, the headphones that are never going off, and his weapon with the phenomenal sound work put into it. Overall, there's nothing in this skin that I don't like other than the colors, but that's just my preference, so in reality I could say it's as close to perfection as it gets. It looks casual, it looks functional, it emphasizes everything important about Lucio, either in character or in gameplay. It's just a very well done skin. Now, what in the giant Jesus statue is going on here? Lucio 1.0 looks like the definition of oversaturation with his main part of the body, that is the torso, being just eye-burning lime green. It has his logo, which is cool and is referenced in his other skins that I'll get to in a second, but boy does his arsenal look like a set of plastic toys. Not a proper equipment for a guy like him. His legs look enormous in this set of pants. There's little to no care put into how his entire body should look like. I bet the original process of designing him went something like this. Alright you guys, we have a Brazilian DJ black person that can wall ride with his magical skates. Now give me some good concept art. Headphones, skates, funky gloves, and he's still black. Perfection. Oh, also, we forgot to tell you he goes fast. Do something about it. Wow, you guys are amazing at this job! Now the infamous skin section where I choose my favorite skin based on what I have unlocked or not. So today the purple skin that takes the spot will be the breakaway because purple color go brr. On a more serious note, I don't think we give enough credit with how great Lucio's skin library really is. From one of the most iconic skins, that is this abomination, that every single Lucio main was using back in Overwatch 1, if you say otherwise you're lying, and I cannot think of a single other skin that had this big of usage rate other than the Frog Gang, and I'm super glad they expanded the color choice with Poison Dart. No worries, I'm not forgetting about the legendary Jazzy skin that changes what track Lucio is playing in game, which is goddamn sick, and you can see on screen some other examples that just prove how spoiled this little Brazilian man is. Lucio is speed, and you know what rhymes with speed? Scroll wheel. Okay, maybe not. The only proper way you know you have played this hero long enough is when you begin to outrun your team every single time a new round begins. Taxi? I don't see anyone paying me for my service. You can achieve hypersonic speeds just because you gently slide your fingers on the funny wheel when near a wall. It's basically a handicap if you play without this bind. Wait, what? What do you mean, console players? I thought they weren't real. Lucio is providing value to his team with the most exciting and engaging form of gameplay. Breathing. That's right, gamers, to achieve the most possible value and be the hero of your team, you just need to be. Just make sure some of those creatures we formerly call teammates are in the aura of your speed boost or healing. And that's all it takes. In some rare occasions, it might just so happen that you will exist so well, you will even save the lives of your precious allies. But if you want to properly save them, and not on accident, I mean with your pure skill, then I present to you the ultimate support ability. I miss the old days when supports were saving lives with their ults instead of encouraging your teammates to just go ahead and try to hug the enemies and jump off a bridge on their way. Sound barrier just gives a lot of shields to allies everywhere, and that's perfect. It activates in a very quick burst and it slowly fades away, which is very good. It's a good designed ult. And speaking of jumping, you're a frog after all, so do not jump! If you somewhat value your precious ultimate abilities or life, do not jump! The longer you stay in the air, the tastier of a snack you become to any stunning ability, be it Doomfist punch in the balls or Orisa spearing you in your ass. So when you do have your sound barrier ready, make sure your feet are connected to the ground, or there are no enemies seeking you out like Minecraft YouTubers seeking out underage girls, and once again, do not jump! Got it? Do not jump! Now that we have the boring supporting stuff out of our way, it's time to hop around and murder people. That's right, Lucio, thanks to his mobility, can become a very annoying rat to deal with, being one of the best counters to the infuriating Anger Maker, and even standing a fair chance with some damage heroes, because in today's day and age, if a support can't beat a damage hero in a 1v1, should we even call him a support? With the very, and I mean it, very weird weapon of Lucio, it takes a very long time to get used to his tracking aiming style. Small editing insert here, I forgot to tell you that I don't like the fact that the ammo is so low you have to reload and you run out of ammo so much, it's just annoying. Similar to Sigma, you no longer just press shoot while aiming at enemies, you must put your crosshair in a very specific place, get a quick glimpse at that old shiny sphere in your corner of your room, and predict the enemy gamer's movement. With Sigma, you only track 2 projectiles, but Lucio shoots a total of 4 of them, so his damage potential is huge, but it's also fairly difficult to achieve it. That's why I'm also here to say that this hero's skill ceiling is as high as Ted Nivison after the nerd rope incident. Learning to aim is simple enough, but combining it with wall riding all over the place and showing off your ballsack to every player below is something not everyone is capable of. Including me. But the kind gods from above have blessed this hero with yet another deadly utensil at his disposal. That is the legendary Amp It Up, which will make you heal slightly faster or qualify you for the next Formula 1 race. And yet there's also the sound wave, but nobody calls it that because this name is abysmal. I do not know a singular soul who calls this ability the sound wave. This one-way ticket to the Shadow Realm is called the Thrusty Busty Double Whopper X Psycho Bomb, but people call it a boop for some reason, so I'll stick to the more popular terminology. Thanks to the Thrusty, I mean boop, Lucio is capable of knocking people off the map, securing him some very sweet environmental kills. That's why Lucio is the king of maps like Ilios or Lijiang, because of its many dangerous zones. Overall, you know a map is good if there's a lot of dangerous edges next to the main objective, and you cannot change my mind. The boop is also great at providing easy to land damage, which might be just enough to finish the job, or you could let your teammates do the dirty job by misplacing the enemies and giving them a light friendly push to encourage them a little to meet your elim hungry allies. This works great with the previously mentioned mobility of Lucio, as he can get in quick and get out even quicker if your legs don't get hacked, that is. So far I've been only describing the aggressive Lucio gameplay, but the real magic of this hero comes with how useful he can be without all of those shenanigans. But as a side note, I definitely prefer making the enemy players swap from Widowmaker. If you don't feel like being the speed demon of Overwatch and you know your aiming skills are only qualifying you to play Snake, then there's still a playstyle that is perfectly viable and most oftentimes welcome by everyone in your team. You can stick with your team at all times, have that golden aura around and heal all of your allies. Quickly get those hurt poor babies out of the fight with your speed boost or help them pass through difficult choke points. And of course, make sure no dangerous weeb with a blade is coming close by knocking them back with your boop. I still cannot believe people call it boop instead of the Thrusty Busty Double Whopper X Psycho Bomb. Conclusion! I hate this game. I mean, I love playing Lucio. He's one of those side characters that has zero impact on the main story, but that doesn't matter because he has become the fan favorite thanks to his charming and upbeat attitude. His gameplay is welcoming players of all skill levels, providing value with playing peacefully and enjoying the company of your teammates or unleashing the spirit of Satan himself. He is, in my opinion, one of the most iconic characters from the Overwatch universe, and the sound of him skating around is still playing in the back of my head. Please help, I'm serious. That's why the Frog DJ will end up with a score of 1 Kiwi out of 1 water bottle. I really enjoy the wall riding mechanic of his, but after playing this game for such a long time, it still feels like it's not good enough. Maybe it's because of many unnecessary map obstacles, or maybe it's just a skill issue. After all, I'm reviewing the boy, not Frogger, who has spent more time playing this hero than being outside. I respect that. Definitely one of the most fun and unique characters in the game, and overall, me likey. We're approaching the end of this spectacular video, so you know what this means. Random outro, woo! I'll ask you guys to comment something not as random as last episodes, although some of those sandwich recipes you guys gave me were fantastic. But no, today I'd like everyone to comment what is your favorite movement mechanic in video games, and I'm not talking about only Overwatch. You could branch out to anything like the grapple from speedrunners, or the grapple from Titanfall, or or the grapple from Team Fortress 2. I'm totally not spoiling the topic of the next video here, that would be silly. To participate in the discussion myself as well, I'd say rocket jumping in TF2 has to be my personal favorite, and honestly Overwatch has no game compared to that, even considering how impressive some of the Lucio rollouts are. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments what hero would you like me to review next as well, and that is it! Nothing else, just me saying thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye!